What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA playoffs, Tuesday, May 21st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a single game slate tonight between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors. The Milwaukee Bucks are up 2-1 in the series, and they're playing in Toronto. Okay guys, so at the top, we've got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kawhi Leonard, both about the same price. Giannis is a little bit more. He's got bigger upside than Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard hurt his leg last game, so I don't know how that's going to affect him this game, but because the price is pretty similar between these two, I'm going to favor Giannis again. Giannis Antetokounmpo has scored 59, 65, and 60 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 57.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. Giannis is 11,800 DraftKings salary, projected at 61.2 fantasy points here tonight. So I think Kawhi Leonard will get around 50 fantasy points, and Giannis should break that 60 mark. So I like Giannis Antetokounmpo here versus the Toronto Raptors. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, moving down in salary, I like Kyle Lowry from the Toronto Raptors. Kyle Lowry has scored 27, 26, and 47 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 37.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. Kyle Lowry fouled out early in the 4th quarter last game, so he only played 31 minutes compared to Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam, who played 51 and 52 minutes. So Kyle Lowry should be fresh for tonight. Kyle Lowry is 8,200 DraftKings salary, projected at 34.9 fantasy points here tonight. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. I think Kyle Lowry gets it going. He's going to have the fresh legs on the court, so I like Kyle Lowry here versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, down in salary a little bit more. I like Chris Middleton from the Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Middleton has scored 26, 16, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 34.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 31 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. Chris Middleton is 7,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 37.1 fantasy points here tonight. Chris Middleton is due for a big game. I think it's coming here tonight. I agree with this projection, although it looks a little bit high based on his recent performance. I think you see Chris Middleton go off tonight, so I like Chris Middleton here versus the Toronto Raptors. Okay guys, my next pick right around the same price is Marc Gasol from the Toronto Raptors. Marc Gasol has scored 56, 11, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 34.4 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 31 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. Marc Gasol played 44 minutes and scored 56 fantasy points last game. He was a slate breaker. I let you guys know it was a good time to buy low on Marc Gasol. That time has passed. Now everyone is going to be on Marc Gasol. Projected at 35.7 fantasy points here tonight. He's $7,000 DraftKings salary. Projected at 35.7 fantasy points here tonight. There's an implied total of 216 points in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. Look for Marc Gasol to have another big game. I don't think he's going to get you into the 50s, but that 35 fantasy points is all you need. So I like Marc Gasol here versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about these last 4 players that are on the screen here. You've got George Hill at $5,400 DraftKings salary. It's getting pretty pricey for George Hill. He played 36 minutes last game and scored 43 fantasy points. So keep your eye on him, but they've definitely bumped his price up. He's projected at 21.8 fantasy points here tonight. And then we've got Nikolai Mirotic at $4,600 DraftKings salary, $900 more on FanDuel. He's been pretty consistent throughout these playoffs, scoring 22 to 25 fantasy points a game. He played 29 minutes last game, and he's projected at 25.2 fantasy points here tonight. And then 2 low salary guys from the Toronto side. I like Norman Powell again here. He's still only $3,400 DraftKings salary. He played 29 minutes and scored 31 fantasy points last game, and he also fouled out early. He could have had a huge game. And then Fred VanVleet, down here at $1,600 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. Projected at 16.8 fantasy points here tonight. At $1,600 DraftKings salary, Fred VanVleet doesn't need much. He played 30 minutes last game, but remember, that was because of Kyle Lowry foul trouble. So Fred VanVleet is a DraftKings punt play only because he's so low salary, but I don't expect him to get 30 minutes. He can only see 15 minutes and get you 10 fantasy points, so just be careful with him. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.